Check one. opportunity and equality. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makela bring it change. Time for the Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Yeah. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front. Put up your hand if you a patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Makila Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now.
Oh,
patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Makila Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Makila Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriotic front, we bring change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Makila bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change for all are we, big change for you and me. No more failed promises, we don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we vote somebody who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of
Hello, good night everybody. Hello. Yes, yes. Oh, but baka ka read. Okay. Hello, hello.
generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, patriotic front, we bring change.
So we like
Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriot front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriot front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you
Check.
are patriot.
One.
Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Patriotic Front meeting. At this point in time, we're just doing a sound check. They give us a little feedback.
Big change, big change. Patriotic Front,
Patriotic Front family. Let's start coming inside. Fill up the seats.
Time for the rearrange. Big change.
We also have the cafe open for those who like party.
Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Big change for
Welcome to the Patriotic Front town meeting.
No more failed promises. We don't want
Are we ready to take this change? Let's go there. And let our voices be heard through our fingers.
Big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change.
It is important that every individual who are registered to vote go and execute their civic duty.
Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makela. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makela's a real
Carney Central, are we ready?
determined, focused, never complacent. Makela Pande.
Cuba South, are we ready?
One people, one
Cuba North, are we ready? Chaguanas East, Chaguanas West. We are here to make the change.
Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change. Support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Makela Pande, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makela Pande, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Makela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makela. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Makela Pande. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we, big change for you and me. No more failed promises, we don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice, she's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah.
Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Makila Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Makila. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Makila Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Makila's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change for all are we, big change for you and me. No more failed promises, we don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Makila Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice, she's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front we bring change. Makila bringing change, time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Makila's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Makila. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change for all are we, big change for you and me. No more failed promises, we don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. True leader for the people, yeah. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot, very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now, the time is now. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal, honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change, patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change, time for the rearrange. Big change for all are we,
generation leader, make it up and they truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. Truly there for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Vote Michaela. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you want to make a change and support a leader who's a true humanitarian. Look at the state of the place and the economy. It's time we put somebody in who really loves this country. Michaela Pandey, passionate and loyal. Honest when she speaks, full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all are we. Big change for you and me. No more failed promises. We don't want a small change no more. New generation leader, Michaela Pandey, truly patriotic. She deal with equal rights and justice. She's for the people, yeah. Truly there for the people, yeah.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Vote Michaela. Patriots front, put up your hand if you are patriot. Michaela's a real patriot. Very determined, focused, never complacent. Michaela Pandey. One country, one people, one future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now.
Good night, everyone, and welcome to Patriotic Front's Central Meeting. We'd like to stand now, please. Please forgive the late start. As you know, we had our motorcade today, so we are just getting together to begin. So let's all stand for the national anthem, please. like to say welcome to all of you. Welcome to everybody online. And welcome to all of our lovely candidates and our political leader, Ms. Michaela Pandey. Tonight we have an exciting rundown for you all. So we would start with our representative for Caroni East, Ms. Danielle Grell.
Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring
Good
change.
evening, everyone. I hope you're all hearing me. Good evening, everyone. Political leader, good evening. My name is Danielle Grell, your Patriotic Front candidate for Caroni East. I must say, it is an honor to stand before you tonight as someone deeply committed to the growth and prosperity of our community. Together, we have the power to shape a brighter future for ourselves and our families. Campaigning through my constituency, I can understand the challenges that has persisted for far too long. From flooding that disrupts our lives and damages to our homes, to the lack of reliable water supply that affects our basic needs, from unemployment that limits opportunities for our youth and families, to the absence of meaningful community engagement that leaves us disconnected, and poor infrastructure throughout our community. But I believe in strength and resilience. I truly believe that together we can overcome any obstacle. My vision is clear: to create a community where every resident feels supported, empowered, and connected. This is not just my vision, it is our vision. Together we can make a country a model of progress and unity. But to achieve this, we need your support. Let us stand together, vote for change, and build a future that we all deserve. Thank you so much for your trust in our shared mission. Let us move forward united and determined to make our country a beacon of hope and opportunity. So on April 28th, 2025, vote for the heart, vote for real change, vote for the Patriotic Front. Vote for me, Danielle Grell, for Caroni East. I thank you and good night.
Thank you, Danielle. Short and to the point. That's just how we like it. So now I'd like to introduce Mr. Imran Gokul, our representative for Cuba South. Sorry. Welcome, Imran.
Brothers and sisters, our candidates, the media, those who are online, our political leader, the Honorable Michaela Pandey, good evening. I am your candidate, Imran Gokul, for the Patriotic Front, representing the people of Cuba South. This evening I stand before you, not as a stranger of the struggles, but as a true son of the soil in Cuba South, who believes in you and who believes that change is coming for a better tomorrow. I have faced the same challenges as you and walked the same streets about 1 billion times, and I know the hurt of the people and their struggles. My friends, people are crying for help, and look how much money is being squandered to win a vote in other political parties. You will see massive meetings, handouts, and millions being used on political campaigning. It is just another political gimmick. Do you know how much we could do to help the people of this nation with all that money being spent? Don't be fooled. The reason we are here is to rescue you from a demonized government that has taken advantage of the people and their democracy. Think about it. If things were good, we would have never been here tonight. But we are here, the Patriotic Front, to promote change. Note, change is not an event. It is a process that can make a difference in better governance without waste, corruption, and mismanagement. Barack Obama said that change is never easy, but always possible. And with God, all things are possible. The Patriotic Front is the only possible party that is transparent, ethical, and has a vision for a better future for you and your children. No matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your religion, you will be identified as a citizen who deserves equality, fairness, and a comfortable life so that we can aspire together and we can achieve together. While walking through our constituency, my team and I have experienced the neglect of the people for many years. Our community and our nation are desperate for change. Everywhere you go, the people motto today in Trinidad is "are fed up," are really fed up. Now look how simple it is. If you're all fed up, vote for change. Vote for change. Can you imagine living in one of the richest constituencies that generates a great amount of revenue for our country, and yet the people are suffering, not only in Couva South, but in our nation? But for example, in Couva South, we have a desalination plant producing 40 million gallons of water per day, daily. We have power gen generating 818 megawatts of power per day. We have Incogen, which is Trinity Power Limited, generates 225 megawatts of power per day, and yet people don't have water and electricity in Couva South. And because of the groundwork in our campaign, my team and I can carry you to the people who don't have water and electricity. Imagine a place like Balmain Gardens, no water. People in Phoenix Park, Savannah, no water, no electricity. In Door Village, no water in Monsami and Subram Street for 5 years, and these people still paying water bill. That is, I don't know what to say about that. And in Bacaro, poor infrastructures and no lights in one of the most active grounds in Central, and many other areas are still that we are still covering at this moment. And the most amazing thing is that the previous member of parliament was aware of such situation, and nothing was done to address these issues: road issues, pothole issues, drainage issues, and don't talk about Caroni land deed and VSEP, another big issues. And the biggest issue our nation is facing today, according to the people of our country, is the present government and the opposition that has failed them. It's time for them to go. Fellow citizens, our constituency is rich, not only just in resources, but in its people. We are people of innovation and faith. But for too long, we have held back by poor leadership, corruption, and policies that do not reflect our needs. That must change. And the only way to acquire change is to vote for it. And the Patriotic Front and its leadership are the change for a better future for you and your generation to come. And the reason why I stress on leadership is because leadership is the ability to influence others, not just having a title, but it's about serving, listening, and leading by example. Every day I give God thanks, but today I give God thanks for a great leader who was born into politics. Who was born into politics, sleep politics, has sleepless nights because of politics, and she's the remnant of her dad, the late Basil Pante, and she's the most respectable, incorruptible, reliable, full of honor, and has the blood of her father in her veins, whose mantra is transparency and accountability, and lately a woman of structure, our leader, the Honorable Michaela Pande. And who will be bringing home Couva North for the people. Yeah. And she could walk, I see she in action today. She could walk. Are we busy? But when you have a leader who depends on other leaders to build a party that is poor leadership. And we are seeing that in other political parties. John Maxwell wrote a book on the principle of leadership, and it quoted, when an organization is crumbling and unstable, change the leader. Not to change a leader to deflect issues, not to change a leader to deflect $3 billion missing, no, but a leader that is worthy to be to the people and to its constituencies. We have one leader, and the Patriotic family, we love our leader. And one of the reasons I joined the Patriotic Front is because of Ms. Pandey's leadership. Brothers and sisters, my team and I cannot do this alone. The future we desire will only be possible if we stand together. This election is not about me, it's about us. It is about choosing progress over stagnation. It is about choosing prosperity over poverty. It is choosing hope over despair. It is choosing action over excuses. And it is about choosing change and not exchange. Let us build a future where every child has a chance, where hard work is rewarded, and where leadership serves the people and not the other way around. On election day, the 28th of April, 2025, let us choose leaders who fear God, who will serve the people and work for the good of all. Vote for integrity, vote for development, vote for prosperity, vote for the Patriotic Front and our next Prime Minister, the Honorable Michaela Pandey. May God bless you, may God bless your family, and vote for change. Thank you.
Big change, Patriotic Front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, Patriotic Front, we bring
Thank you,
change.
Imran. I think Imran deserves another round of applause. That was a fantastic speech. Well, it is my privilege now to introduce Mr. Andrew Hussein, who is actually my representative because I live in Caroni Central. So, welcome Mr. Andrew Hussein, our Patriotic Front candidate for Caroni Central.
Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, Patriotic Front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
Big change for all, are we? Big change for you.
Caroni Central, are we ready? My political leader, Ms. Michaela Pandey, my brothers and sisters in the Patriotic Front family, my brothers and sisters here tonight, live streams, good night. My name is Andrew Ahmad Hussein from the Patriotic Front, and I am your candidate for Caroni Central. It is truly a privilege to stand before you this evening, not just as a candidate, but as someone who lives among you, walks the same street, and faces the same everyday struggles and challenges. I want to thank you for taking the time to be here. Your presence speaks volumes about your love for our community and your hope for a better future. Over the past few weeks, during my and our walkabouts, I've listened carefully to the concerns of the citizens of the constituency, your ideas, their frustrations, and most importantly, your hope. Tonight, I want to echo the voices of my constituency, Caroni Central, and bring forward a lot of the candidates that would have spoken in the past and recently right now. You would realize that we have highlighted very similar issues: poor infrastructure, lack of water, and the list goes on. And this is been going on and on and on. I reside at Freeport Mission Road, and today would make 16 days since we have no water. Wassa is not too far from where I live. And that is the sentiment that is echoed throughout the entire constituency where I walk in. Carsonfield, Flanagan Town, Freeport, areas in Freeport, Cedars Road, Chickland. And just like Brother Imran, he has a list, I have a list as well with the complaints. We are here to make a change. make a difference. I'm going to highlight some of the little problems in our area, and at top of the list, water supply. Too many homes continue to experience irregular water or no water. Begging water, just give you water at least once a week, every Tuesday or every Wednesday. Figure it, we know for sure we could fully barrel, wash your clothes, wash down the whole house. At least knowing that day we would have some water. Not guessing when will water come. Poor road conditions. Well, apparently the whole of Trinidad suffering with that. Drive through the poor road condition, damage your cars, license officer, it's your ticket, and you're paying water bill and license officer tickets. Drainage and flooding. While walking through Carsonfield, I met a resident there. It was very heartbreaking. Where she resides in her street, there is absolutely no drains. And the entire community water that when rain falls flows into her yard. When everybody's yard is dry after the rain falls, her premises remains waterlogged and soaked. She lives in a board house and it is rotting because of that. And no one is coming to give her any assistance. Security and policing. We are aware of the different crimes that takes place throughout our own country. A little backstory to me, I was personally a victim of a very serious crime of a home invasion about 4 or 5 years ago. So they say I experienced a lot of the plights that my constituency would express to me. And then they say I'm just guessing. I reside in Caroni Central. I have family throughout Caroni Central. I traverse the roads regularly. As I stand here before everyone and as a representative for my constituency, I want to uplift our constituency. And not just somebody who would guess what's going on, somebody who knows what's going on in constituency. And what some of the ways and means in which we are going to establish these points is to find some of the root causes and make these people held accountable for their jobs. I'm privately employed. We have appraisals every year. If you fail your appraisal, you will get, depends on your bonus scheme, you will get, or you will get none at all. Government workers have nothing like that, so they're free to do what they want. So it's time we held them accountable for the jobs that they are being employed. Some of the strategies to employ in my community, I want to like to use the community centers. You know, to bring awareness into the community, revive the community center, revive the community. We have community centers throughout our entire Trinidad just being wasted right now and not being utilized. We could utilize these community centers to highlight mental health awareness, self-defense workshops, comprehensive sexual education for young adults, teenagers that are going stray, elderly care and support programs, and of course some sport and wellness programs as well. Education plays an important role in our lives. You want to be better, educate yourself. In whatever field you may be. You could be a plumber, you could be a mason, you could be a doctor, a lawyer. You keep learning. Never stop learning. I'm a Muslim and we are taught that you seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. You do not stop because the world is keep going and changing and you need to keep abreast of what's going on right now. Not like what we have going on right now. We have some very arcadian old leaders. We have some old laws that govern Trinidad that is not really relevant to us right now, especially our traffic laws. And our car community reached out to me and there was, you know, these guys, they bring in the parts. We allow the parts to customize a car and sell it to them. And then when they customize and they try to enjoy the car on the road, they are being charged. Elected as your MP, I would like to champion the cause of revamping our traffic laws and our ticketing system and our demerit point system to better suit our society for the current time that we live in. A thriving community is one where people feel connected, included, and inspired. So that's why I'm going to introduce, inviting the retirees who are very active, who still want something to do. You just retire and you sit down home wondering what to do. The true happiness you can feel in your heart is when you help someone and you see that person smile or you uplift somebody. And we have many retirees out there, professionals, that they are willing to give their time and their service, at least 1 hour a day for the week, to help uplift some of our youths, adults who may lack in certain areas and fields, and you may be ashamed of how or where to go to get this help. Support small business. Introduce a community library in the community centers where children who may not cannot afford books, they could come to the library and have something to use, to do a project, help them out. I would like to also touch on our environmental sustainability and public safety, and promoting some anti-littering campaigns and some stronger enforcements. For far too wide, we see Trinidadians, I would say, that we are all too nasty. We just eat the KFC, drink the soft drink, and throw it out the car right there. This is our country. We need to keep it clean. Promoting water conservation, installing recycling bins throughout the community, and push for a safe and reliable public transportation. But that's a whole separate issue, and soon we have plenty fixing to do. You know? So a little bit of strength on the backs. You want to foster that care between friends and neighbors. Because I remember while I was growing up, we were free to walk the road, go to the MTP salon in front of us and play cricket and football, however long, whole day as we desire. You don't see these things again in the communities. Everybody locked away inside the house because they are scared. You want to make the communities feel safe, make them become vibrant again. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but you know, if you give trouble and like the teacher in the maktab class, yell spanking, you can't go home and tell mommy and daddy because you're going to get some licks there too, because you know you do something wrong. But I'm not enforcing licks, but I'm talking about look out for each other. Correct the youths when they are going wrong. Be able to. For far too long, we have turned a blind eye. And because we have lost that community togetherness. Our people, we are united together. As I stand before you here, I employ each and every citizen. It is your civic duty. Come April 28th, go out to the polls and make your voices be heard through your fingers. We have over 900,000 registered voters. I am saying if we get over 800,000 registered voters to come out and vote on that day, whoever they choose, we have to respect it. Because that is what we, the people united, decide to choose. The last elections, we had 800,000 and 400,000 came out to vote. Half went one side, half went next side. The next half, basically, they undecided or just didn't care. But we are here with the Patriotic Front family is to say, this we are your choice. That other half that undecided, we are the choice. The half that is inside, we are here to make the difference. That's why our slogan is change, not an exchange. It is a young, vibrant party, brilliant ideas with a brilliant leader. I cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. No one can. But together, you, me, all of us seated here on the live streams throughout Trinidad and Tobago, we can chart a new course forward. A course defined not by our promises, but by partnerships, by action, and by the love for the place we call home, Trinidad and Tobago. Let us build a new community, let us build a new constituency in every constituency throughout Trinidad, and let us rebuild Trinidad and Tobago. Let us make Trinidad and Tobago beautiful as it was once. I employ everyone live watching who is not a candidate, who is growing up. Come out and vote. My name is Andrew Ahmed Hussein, and thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening to me. On April 28th, let's make a change, not an exchange.
Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change, big.
Thank you, Andrew, for that wonderful speech. Well, my name is Marsha George, and I am your representative for Chaguanas West. And this week, I spent my week walking through my constituency. Some of my days I spent walking through my constituency. I still have a lot of walking to do, but I had the privilege of going to Felicity. And I must say that I feel as if we are under an absentee landlord, because they keep saying it's not the government because we are a UNC-led corporation. So UNC is our absentee landlord, because I walked through Felicity and I looked at the drainage, or lack thereof. Felicity has absolutely no drainage. We have drains that are neglected. We have roads that are neglected. I had the privilege of speaking to some of the older people, and they said that they are so happy that Ms. Pandey has decided to come up with a party, so they have a choice. They have somebody that they could vote for. And this was the sentiment echoed by almost everyone who we met, young and old alike. So is it that we are going to continue allowing our borough corporation to treat us like second-class citizens? In Monroe Road along Cemetery Street, no drainage, because my constituents are like a broken record. We sound like a broken record because everybody has the exact same problem. We have had promises for the last 5-10 years to regularize the land that people are living on Cemetery Street and other streets in Monroe Road. They have been promised election after election, and this election is no different, because they have already come to their doors and said, listen, if you vote for us, we will make sure and regularize your status. We will sell you the land that you're living on at a good price, because it is government land. And we continue to get promises. What we need to do as citizens of this country is be that change. I am not saying that Patriotic Front is going to come in and say, okay, we're regularizing everybody. But what we will do is work with you to start dealing with these common everyday issues that we have. Our drainage, our sidewalks. There's absolutely no sidewalks. Coming through the back by the mosque, coming to the play park, there are no sidewalks. I was speaking to some people who were exercising, and they complained of no police patrols, of being robbed. There were 2 robberies, and there were no police patrols. Up till now, they weren't solved. No cameras, poor lighting. So is it that we are going to continue going out and voting just because we were born into a particular party, and we're going to continue voting till we're dead for that party? We need to change. We need to make this change for our children and our grandchildren. How many parents do we have here that every single year there's a change to one line in a textbook? The children have not used the textbook for the entire term, but a line has been changed, and then they tell us you need to get a new version. They can't come to school with that one. That is something that needs to be regularized. And when we are in government, that is something that we are going to look at. Not only our textbooks, but ensuring that children have access to innovation in schools. Not only laptops that they can't use, but functioning computer labs, Wi-Fi in schools. And we are prepared to work with service providers to get access or discounts for parents who have school-age children for internet access. Long gone are the days when we expect our children to go to school and everybody come out a doctor and a lawyer. We have to go back to reopening our post-primary centers, reopening our tertiary centers for trades, for skills, for our children who want to be mechanics. Part of my community, part of Chaguanas West, is a fishing village in Felicity. And we need to help our citizens of Felicity to know that there are places that they could go to learn the trades that will help them become entrepreneurs in the skill that they have chosen. And that is our aim as a party, to ensure that we open these centers to allow our children to have the skills they need to become employable and to become employers. So having said that, I close now and I say on April 28th, be that change. Go and vote, but vote for the change. Don't vote because you think that you owe something to someone from 20 years ago or 30 years ago, because they keep reminding us, remember who sent you to school? I remember that. But I also know that my grandchildren have to go to school as well. So thank you for listening, and on April 28th, go out there and vote for Patriotic Front. For Chaguanas, I am Marsha George, a representative for Chaguanas West. Now we have Miss Afifa Mohammed. She is our representative for Chaguanas East, and she would be coming to speak with you now.
Just a little problem. Good evening, fellow candidates, colleagues, our strong and fearless political leader who I draw inspiration and motivation from every single day. To each of you who have held this community together with strength, love, and faith, good evening. Michelle. My name is Afifa Mohammed, and I am proud to stand before you as your Patriotic Front candidate for Chaguanas East. I come to you with no pretense, no disguise, just heart, strength, and the determination to fight for you every day. I am simply someone who cares deeply. I see the tiredness in your eyes after long days. I hear the frustration in your voices when you speak about crime, the cost of living, and how long we have waited for someone to truly listen. I feel the weight you carry because I carry it too. And we have held this weight for too long. That is why I make this deep and loyal promise to stand shoulder to shoulder with you, to lift your voices, and to fight for your right to live with dignity and pride. With passion in my heart and purpose in every step, I will stand up for what is right, and I will work relentlessly to bring the kind of change this community has been denied. Because let's talk the truth, Chaguanas East has been neglected brutally and shamelessly. Chaguanas East, we are a community of resilient, hard-working people. People who have built lives through sacrifice, who have weathered storms, and we still get up each day with hope in our hearts. But those we have elected to serve us, those we give our trust and our votes to, have turned their backs on us when we cried out for help. And now, they want us to vote for them again. I say no, we should not. Every day, we live with the threat of gun violence. Fear is our daily companion, robbing us of peace and the security we deserve. We bear the burden of extortion, a silent thief that bleeds our businesses, erodes our safety, and leaves us questioning the justice we thought we had. We drive on roads that are decorated with potholes, damaging our cars, slowing our progress, and reminding us that no one has been paying attention. We walk on broken pavements where every step is a risk, especially for our children and our elderly. Our drains and rivers are choked and ignored, overflowing every rainy season, turning our streets into rivers and our homes into battlegrounds. This is not just neglect, Chaguanas East. This is disrespect. Our farmers are crying out, struggling with the soaring cost of chemicals, with little to no support to keep agriculture alive. Our markets, like the one in Kunupia, suffer from neglected infrastructure. Spaces that should serve and support us instead reflect how we have been pushed aside. There are families, our neighbors, our friends, who open empty fridges. They stretch meals that are already too small and go to bed with the weight of hunger and helplessness on their backs. Our youth move through life without direction, without guidance, and without the belief that someone sees them and is fighting for their future. What happens when they grow up? They become the qualified, educated, capable professionals we see today, still waiting, still unheard, still locked out. Day after day, they send out CVs into silence. Not because they are unworthy, but because the gates of opportunity have been bolted shut. This is the reality too many of us are living, stuck between potential and closed doors, watching our dreams gather dust. But we, Chaguanas East, we have not given up, and we will not, because this place, our Chaguanas East, is not broken, it is being ignored. And that stops now. Chaguanas East is more than just a constituency. It is a living, breathing community of power and promise. I see homes built not just with brick and board, but with sacrifice, with love, with generations of strength. I see families who have held each other through floods, through crime, through hardship, and still find a way to smile. We are not a forgotten place. We are the ones who get up before the sun, who plant the fields, who teach the children, who run the small shops, who hold communities together. We are the ones who endure, who hope, who build. So do not let them tell us we are less. Do not let them convince us we should settle. Do not let them treat us like we are invisible. We, the people of Chaguanas East, are not invisible. It is time to stop accepting their silence as an answer. It is time for action that feels real, that feels like us. This is not about exchanging color or slogans. This is about taking back what has been denied to us: fairness, respect, and a future. And that is why, with the Patriotic Front, we will tackle crime and gun violence in Chaguanas East. No longer will we live in fear. We will push for stronger law enforcement, but also focus on community-based programs that address the root causes of crime. Our efforts will ensure that young people have opportunities to grow and make positive choices. We will create economic opportunities within our community, supporting small businesses, offering financial empowerment, and investing in education to ensure every person has a chance to succeed. We will work on rehabilitation programs, focusing on second chances and restorative justice that empowers those who want to rebuild their lives and reintegrate into society. We will tackle the underlying issues: poverty, lack of opportunity, inadequate housing, and the need for mental health support to reduce crime and provide a real path forward for those struggling. We will bring relief to the daily traffic struggles in Chaguanas East. We will push for practical traffic management solutions, improve alternate routes, and improve infrastructure around key commercial areas to ensure people can move freely. Together, we can create a Chaguanas East that is easier to navigate. We would not waste time in traffic. Instead, spend time with our families, grow our businesses, and build a life we can be proud of. Brothers and sisters, we will support our farmers, fix our roads, clean our drains, and bring back the safety and dignity we all deserve. Our farmers are the backbone of this community. We will stand with our farmers and ensure they receive the necessary support, resources, training, and affordable access to farming supplies. We will ensure our roads are repaired and properly maintained. No more nightmares about potholes and no more broken pavements. We will tackle our drainage issues with smart solutions so heavy rains no longer bring destruction to our homes and streets. We will address the neglect in waste management. No community should be left behind while garbage piles up like industries and health risks grow. No one in Chaguanas East should feel forgotten by basic services. To the youth in Chaguanas East, to those who have forgotten how to dream because life taught you to survive instead, we see you, we hear you, we believe in you. We will invest in real, meaningful youth programs, safe spaces, skill training, job readiness programs, and mental health services. We will connect young people with entrepreneurs, artists, teachers, farmers. Real people, real careers, real futures. We will bring back hope where it has been lost and plant it deep where it can grow. Chaguanas East, this is our time. This is not just an election. This is our chance to rewrite the story of Chaguanas East. To move from frustration to progress, we deserve more than broken promises. We deserve more than patched roads and empty words. We deserve dignity. We deserve a real chance at a future. So when you vote on April 28th, do it for your children. Do it for your community. Do it for the future we all deserve. Vote for the heart. Change, not exchange. I am Afifa Mohammed, your Patriotic Front candidate for Chaguanas East. I see you. I stand with you. I will never stop fighting for you. I thank you.
Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are patriot.
Thank you.
Patriots, front, put up your hand if you are.
Thank you, Afifa. You all give Afifa another round of applause. Well, now is the time of the night that I think most of us have been waiting for. Our esteemed political leader and the next member of parliament for Cuba North, Ms. Michaela Pandey.
One future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change.
Thank you.
Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Dip your finger if you
Good
want to
night.
make a change.
And thank you everybody for that very warm welcome. My name is Michaela Pandey, and I am the candidate for Cuba North. Good evening, fellow candidates. I see some of you here sunburned, weary, but you're here from the north, from the south. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Those listening here and abroad, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. As political leader of the Patriotic Front, I come to you tonight as someone who loves this country too much to stay silent. We are just days away from a general election on April 28th, and instead of hope and inspiration, what are we seeing? Disgrace, division, and a dangerous kind of politics tearing us apart. And let me be very clear. I'm not talking about the people. I am talking about the so-called leaders, the political actors who stand on platforms and poison the mind of their supporters. But more about this a little later. Tonight I want to speak with you about an issue that has not been raised before, that affects most people on an everyday basis. My esteemed colleagues have raised the issues in the constituencies, and I can tell you, I will only be repeating them because in Cuba North, we suffer the same plight. Tonight, I want to talk to you about reforming the banking sector. And putting people before profits. For far too long, the people of Trinidad and Tobago have been taken advantage by a banking system that puts profits before people. Today I stand before you not just to highlight that injustice, but to tell you that under a Patriotic Front government, that injustice will end. Since 2014 to 2015, our economy struggled with the fall in energy prices. We entered a foreign exchange crisis that has only grown worse with time. Yet while ordinary citizens and small businesses fight to survive, neither of the parties sitting in Parliament, past or present, within the last 20 years, have done a thing to fix it. Instead, they have allowed the banking sector to continue unchecked, draining the pockets of hardworking people and denying fair access to foreign exchange. Every day, our people endure insult and indignity. You line up outside banks under the blazing sun with no shade, no seating, and no care. You wait hours for basic services while the banks rake in record profits. You try to save what little you have, only to get next to nothing in return. And when you need a loan to build your home, grow your business, or educate your child, you're met with red tape, high interest rates, and disrespect. Let me be clear. This is not just a matter of poor service. This is exploitation, and it must stop. A Patriotic Front government will take bold action to reform the banking sector and return dignity, fairness, and accountability to our financial system. We will mandate that no citizen be left to wait in the hot sun like second-class customers. Banks will be required to provide proper facilities in a timely service or face consequences. We will aim to cap excessive bank fees and predatory interest rates so that no family is pushed deeper into debt just to make ends meet. We will reform the foreign exchange allocation process. Making it transparent, accountable, and fair, ensuring small businesses and ordinary citizens get their fair share, not just the big conglomerates. We will strengthen oversight of the banking sector, giving central bank the teeth it needs to regulate, monitor, and discipline those who put profit before people. We will encourage real competition, supporting community banks, credit unions to provide better service and fairer terms for people. And most importantly, we will build a financial system that works for the people. A system that supports entrepreneurship, empowers families, and fuels local development. We believe that banking should serve the nation, not enslave it. The time for passive leadership is over. You cannot manage the economy if you cannot protect the people from exploitation. Then you have no place in government. The Patriotic Front will not sit on the sidelines while our citizens suffer. We will act, we will lead, and we will put people before profits always. People before self. People before dirty politics. Which takes me back to where I started. Every day we see it. Lies, slander, racial incitement, threats, all flooding social media. And the worst part, it is being encouraged. Encouraged by people who want to lead you. Lead you where? Into hate? Into fear? Into silence? I say tonight, in the name of every citizen who wants better, this madness must stop. We are better than this. We are people who after every election still have to live together. We still have to go to the same markets, send our children to the same schools, sit in the same waiting room in the hospitals. And yet we allow these politicians to divide us over color, over party, over flag. This is not leadership. This is manipulation. We have seen campaigners clashing in Couva, Arima, Pinal, not over policies, not over ideas, over t-shirts, over slogans, over who could drown down the other with the most noise. What kind of campaign is that? What kind of future are we building when the example being set that makes it right and the powers belong to the loudest and not the wisest? I ask you this. If these people behave like this now, when they are begging for power, how do you think they will behave when they win? Stop taking tablet for other people's fever. Let me tell you something. Power does not humble these people. It emboldens them. This will not unite our nation. They will rule over it like it belongs to them and punish everyone who did not bow down during their campaign. But I tell you, stand tall, stand strong. Right now, those who refuse to bow to them are being persecuted. Right now, public servants are being monitored. Workers in state enterprises are being threatened. I am telling you that because I know. CPEP and URP workers are being told, watch yourself. Support the wrong party and you could lose your job. And they are asking you for power. What will they do to you when they get it? You know what that is? That is tyranny in a jersey. That is not democracy. How dare they treat you like your vote is a crime? Not one political leader has stood up and said to their supporters, stop the nonsense that you're carrying on Facebook with, on Twitter or whatever they're on. I don't have time to read it. How many of them have said it? How many of them have publicly condemned this? What example are you setting for the youth of this nation? The 29th will come, regardless of what happens on the 28th. And within this short month, what legacy are these older heads who should know better? Talking about that, an old man stuck up his middle finger at me today. I thought it was arthritis at first. I didn't know if he was trying to do something, and I said, Uncle, no. How could you? That's not nice. You see all kinds. But again, I say, don't let anyone make your vote feel like it is a crime. Let me say loud and clear, as Michaela Pandey, daughter of the people, your vote is not for sale. Some people, but not yours. Your vote cannot be taken away from you. It does not belong to anybody, so it cannot be split. Your vote is not to be threatened. Your vote is your power. And no party, no minister, and she knows who I'm speaking about, no government has the right to take that from you. I say to the bullies in high office, and they're coming from the east, south, west. Nobody coming in central. They afraid we and run. They afraid we down here. Andrew, agreed? So I say to the bullies in high office and all the internet trolls and keyboard warriors and thugs who work for them for pittance, we see you and we will not be silenced. The Patriotic Front was born out of a desire to restore dignity to our politics, to remind the people that public service is about service, not self-glorification and self-praise. You will never hear me say, I am the best leader, and I will be the best leader that you will ever have. You want to tell me that? To remind the people again that public service is about service, not intimidation, and most of all, not corruption. And that is why I am speaking out tonight. Not because I'm afraid, or that my candidates and their supporters are afraid, but because I'm fed up. And I know you are too. I will continue to protect them fearlessly. But like you, and I know so many other people on social platforms, we are fed up of the hate, fed up of the fear, fed up of the same recycled leaders. Who pretend to be enemies during the campaign, but shake hands behind closed doors. And they want to call me a PNM. The opposition have more PNM than the PNM. This country belongs to all of us, not the chosen few. So I ask you tonight, sisters and brothers, and those on that same social platforms, don't let them divide us. Don't let them fool you into fighting your neighbor while they're toasting champagne at the top. We have one flag, one anthem, one future. And whether you vote red, yellow, blue, green, we are still Trinbagonians. We still have to live here after April 28th. So let's make sure we vote for leaders who respect that. Leaders who unite. Leaders who uplift. Leaders who aren't afraid to challenge the system when it becomes toxic. And if no one else says it, I will. This election is not about saving a party. It is about saving our democracy. So don't be afraid. Be brave. Vote with courage. Vote with conscience. And as the leader of the Patriotic Front, I promise you this. We will never encourage hate. We will never promote fear. And we will never ever use politics to turn you against each other. We are not here to rule you. We are here to serve you. Let that be the difference. Let that be the standard. And let April 28th be the day the people rise, not in hate, not in violence, but in dignity, hope, and power. On April 28th, vote for change. Vote for the Patriotic Front. Vote for the heart. I thank you and God bless.
Somebody who really loves this country. Killer Pandey, passionate and loyal. On this one she speaks full of values and morals. So tell them other parties we don't want apologies. Michaela's policies bring opportunity and equality. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the difference between what we have now and what we have to look forward to. So, in closing, I would like to say thank you for all of you who have joined us in person, for all of you who are online, on TikTok, on YouTube, and Facebook. I see you all are interacting very well with us on TikTok and Facebook as we speak. Thank you for the kind words of encouragement. And as we wind down this last week, you have our commitment that this campaign doesn't stop for us on the 28th, because we intend to continue working in our communities. We will continue supporting our communities, continue interacting with our constituents, because as our political leader said, we are not here to rule you, we are here to serve you. So on April 28th, when you go to the poll, remember that you are voting for change, and you are voting to put a government in place who is willing to listen to you and to serve you, your needs, and not our wants. So, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Everyone reach home safely. And again, remember, be the change that you wish to see in your country, and vote for change on April 28th. Vote Patriotic Front. And we'd like to say thank you to the board. We'd like to say a special thank you to the board of the Chaguanas South Secondary School for allowing us to be here tonight. Your facility is absolutely wonderful. And thank you to all of you who came, my other candidates who would have come from South and East and West. Thank you so much. And this week, put your heads to the ground, your feet to the ground, and let us get this done. Have a good night, everyone.
One future, our culture. The time is now. The time is now. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela bringing change. Time for the rearrange. Big change, big change. Patriotic front, we bring change. Michaela